Hello everyone. This is Dr. Rajesh, consultant psychiatrist at Retreat Hospital, Malakpet, Hyderabad. Today I would like to share an opinion about a common psychotic disorder called schizophrenia. Schizophrenia has become a common disorder nowadays. It affects almost 1% of the population worldwide. As I told, it's a psychotic disorder. Every psychiatric disorder is classified into neurotic and psychotic. Psychotic means patient will not be aware that he or she is having a psychological problem. So the patient has to be brought to the hospital by a family member or a close contact person, or a person who observes some abnormal behavior. So the patient will not come on his or her own to the hospital. Neurotic disorder means the patient always has some awareness about the symptoms, so the patient will visit the psychiatrist on his or her own. So why I choose schizophrenia as the topic of discussion is because it's a very common disorder. At the same time, it is a very important disorder in the sense, if a patient suffers from schizophrenia, he will have a lot of functional impairment. He will have disturbed interpersonal relationships. He will be isolated from the society, and he will have poor family, occupational and social disturbance. So in this regard, general public has to have awareness about this disorder, how it presents, and when to bring the patient to the doctor and get the patient treated. So coming to the causes of schizophrenia, in general, scientists have found some biological factors like increased dopamine and also disturbances in other neurotransmitters like serotonin and norepinephrine and glutamate in brain, among which dopamine is supposed to be the main neurotransmitter which is found to be elevated in patients with schizophrenia. Increased dopamine level causes abnormal thought process inside the brain, and patient will have disturbances in his thought process, either in the form, content. So form means formation of thought. So the patient will have difficulty in initiation of a thought process. So the patient may have what we call circumstantiality or tangentiality. That means the thought starts forming, but there won't be any continuity in the formation of thought, and it subsequently the thought derails and there won't be any proper meaning or an end point to the thought. Coming to the content of disturbances in content of the thought, the patient will have disturbances in the content of the thought in the form of delusion. So the patient will form a fixed belief which is false. Everyone around him understands that what patient is believing is absolutely wrong, but still patient holds on to that belief. And commonest type of delusion is delusion of persecution, where the patient believes that he or she is being conspired against, or someone is trying to harm the patient in whatever way possible. So the patient will be hyper alert. He will be observing the surroundings in a very close way, which is not required in his situation, but he still will have that hyper vigilant state where he will be observing the movements of people surrounding him, and even a small comment or a routine conversation, he will take a different meaning, he will misunderstand, and he will try to form some negative thoughts against his family members and the neighbors and whoever surrounding people are there in the environment. Next comes hallucinations. In delusions, apart from delusion of persecution, schizophrenics can have grandiose delusions, can have erotomanic delusions, can also have somatic delusions. But all these are all not that common in schizophrenic patients. Coming to hallucinations, hallucinations is another important feature of schizophrenic patient. Commonly, auditory hallucinations are present in schizophrenic patients. There the patient will be hearing voices which other people won't be hearing, but the patient believes that those voices are true, and usually the voices will be commenting or commenting on patient's actions, patient's thoughts, and usually the voices will be more than one person. So what we call running commentary type of auditory hallucinations, where two or more people will be discussing among themselves about the patient, and patient after hearing those voices feels threatened that some people are trying to plot against him. So he'll be worried about these auditory hallucinations, and he will try to answer those hallucinations. So commonly we see people talking to themselves when they are when they suffer from this schizophrenia. And another hallucination which we frequently see is visual hallucination. Although it is not that common in schizophrenia, we do see visual hallucinations in schizophrenic patients. And other hallucinations like tactile, olfactory, gustatory hallucinations may occur, but they are not that common. They are rare in schizophrenia. Coming to other symptoms, like patient may have disorganized speech, where the patient, when he talks, when someone tries to understand what the patient is trying to say, we don't get any sense of what patient is trying to say. There will be a lot of irrelevant talk. The speech won't have any flow. Speech won't have any meaning. So behavior will be disorganized. At the same time, speech also will be disorganized. Next, other symptoms like negative symptoms. The symptoms which I already mentioned, that is delusion, hallucination, and disorganized speech, they come under positive symptoms. In negative symptoms, the main symptom is diminished affect, or what we call flat affect. That means when the patient is behaving, or patient when he tries to converse, there won't be much facial expression. The emotional expression which you find in patients, in normal people when they converse with someone, or even when they hear about some news like a sad news or a happy news, you tend to see some emotional expression on emotional facial expression that usually won't be seen in schizophrenic patients. They will have very diminished facial expression or diminished emotions. Okay, then patient may have other symptoms like anhedonia, where the patient will not have any pleasure in which usually any person will derive out of pleasurable events. So he or she doesn't experience that pleasure when they are experiencing some pleasurable event or situation. So the patient always feels that there's nothing left in his life, or he will have very limited pleasure in the pleasurable things which we tend to go after. Other symptoms are apathy, and apathy means the patient will be least bothered or least concerned about what is happening in his life or in his family member's life or in his surrounding environment. So these are the common symptoms of schizophrenia. So when anyone observes a patient having any of these symptoms, or when anyone gets a doubt that so and so person seem to be suffering from some disorder which is resembling schizophrenia, that person has to be brought to the nearby psychiatrist, either a government psychiatrist or a private psychiatrist, and try to initiate the treatment as soon as possible, because if there is a delay in treatment, these patients the course of the illness will be downhill, and the patient will have a lot of impairment which can happen very rapidly. So that is the reason why I try to present a small video so that I can share few of the symptoms for the common public. so that they understand about this illness and try to get these patients who suffer from this dreadful illness treated as early as possible. Thanks for the patient listening and viewing.